Welcome, my name is Matt, aka Road Jedi 88. We are getting in the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes mods, Amylin Holdo. Do not get me started about this Star Wars sequel trilogy. My generation, especially for a generation who followed the majority of Star Wars through books, the sequel trilogy never should have happened the way it happened. We were wanting a sequel trilogy, we wanted one. But that was not the story we expected. Everything in the book series of Young Jedi Knights and the New Jedi Order book series were all preludes, prefaces, prerequisites, entry points. They were the last books of the George Lucas era. The last books written of the George Lucas era. They were also supposed to be the entry books, for Disney to bridge off of going into Episode 7. What became Force Awakening never should have been Force Awakening. It should have followed what was in these books going into them. The books, Young Jedi Knight and the New Jedi Order. There is a wide array of things that were preluding and that were basically preluding everything that should have been from The Force Awakening, Last Jedi, and The Rise of Skywalker. Everything that we saw in those three films never should have happened. It was a nightmare just within the first 5 minutes for my generation. Because that was not Star Wars. You know, you can call it Star Wars, but my generation says that was something completely different. That was not Star Wars. Now, Amylin Holdo is from Last Jedi. There's no backstory about this character. There's nothing about her. Except for probably maybe now, since Disney's sequel trilogy. There might be now, but this was a catastrophe. It really was. An anomalous catastrophe. But with that said, Laura Dern, the actress for Amylin Holdo. Now, I have appreciated her work in Jurassic Park movies. Her return in Jurassic World. I have appreciated her work in October Sky. She has a wide array of good performances. She really does. She's a good actress. Now, I did feel like her performance here in Last Jedi was string pulled by friends and a little bit wooden in comparison to her other performance. This was probably by far, not only was Last Jedi never should have been made, but this was, in my opinion, probably one of the worst performances I've ever seen from her, and it was a real surprise to me. Because like I said, I love her in Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. I love her in October Sky. She's a good actress. She really is. And her performance here took me back. It surprised me. Because I was expecting better from her, even in a crap film. Anyways. But with that said, Amylin Holdo is still a character in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So my opinions aside, swgoh.gg highly recommends setting her up with all health. She's a tank character, so she's a protector. She's all about protecting. So she's providing health, making sure people are staying alive. That is her business. That is her function. She is basically a protector to her squad. So, mod her up with all health. That's what they recommend. I see it too. I do see the purpose for it. And that is Amylin Holdo. Thank you for following. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comments, questions, suggestions down below. And may the force be with you. Thank you for following.